Hello everybody, this is Angel Arts. Welcome everyone to session 3. We are going to jump right into the warm-up question, which is one of my favorite warm-up questions to ask earlier on. By this point, all of your characters have met each other, either in the past or more recently. So this is specific to this current moment in time, now that you've spent a lot of time, at least at the convention. The question is, which of the other 3 characters in reality characters, which of the other 3 reality characters does your character trust the most, and which one does he trust the least, and why?
I'm going first, just to steal it from Sage.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So that's an easy one for me, because the person he trusts the most would be Gabriel, just because the fact that it's basically his boss, and probably one of the most trustworthy persons in that setting, we would say, because there's a lot of friendly banter going on, and there's a very friendship vibe between those two, I think. So and that's at least how Ave sees it. And then the least would probably be Cade, mostly because of the fact that Ave noticed something on Foreth's face, something wrong with the fact that there was something iffy about Cade. So he's taken notice of that.
Trust is a strong word for Cade.
Sure.
So definitely doesn't trust anyone, but is intrigued by Forest, and is like, I would say intrigued by Forest at this point. Least, it's kind of probably Gabriel, just because he's the most close in proximity with him.
Interesting. I didn't expect that, but interesting.
Keep your enemies closest.
I'll go. I think for Gabe, it's probably Ave, because Ave is his employee and it seems like a good attention. He knows Ave's gonna do some like trickery and prank stuff, but like he knows that's the personality, so he goes, I can trust that he's gonna do this. For us, he's only met for us a few times, and only when for us is a little kid, so he's like, look, I have nothing to distrust, but like nothing to fully trust him, and he just doesn't trust Cave because Cave's a serial killer in his house.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, he's not gonna murder you. I'm like, how much testing did you actually do on this?
Completely experimental.
Well, I think it's obvious on who I'd trust the least. It's everyone's answer so far, Cade, unfortunately.
Wise people.
Yeah. I think it's for a little bit different reasons than everybody else, but the person I trust the most right now, man, out of the player characters at least, I think it's Joey's. It really, even though I haven't talked with Cade in a while, even though I haven't talked with Gabriel in a while, Joey, your character, Ave, we've just been kind of buddy in these few scenes, and that's kind of why. And
Do any of you want to ask that question of any of the NPCs? Just out of curiosity, is there an NPC that you're curious about the answer to that question?
Jennifer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez. So Jennifer Steele she's not an idiot, so she's very cautious and wary, as you could probably imagine, with every single person she meets. So she's sort of like Cade in that way, a little bit, very guarded. She is very. I'll just go down the list instead of choosing like the one she trusts most and the ones she trusts least. She really likes, or probably trusts, Forest the most, because Jennifer is very protective of her brother. If you haven't noticed, they have a very close relationship, and the fact that Forest did something really awesome for Jacob Steele, Jennifer, he's high up there. I don't think she has any strong opinions with Ave at the moment, because she doesn't really. During the game, I don't think like Ave stood out one way or another. Probably thought you were an okay person. She might have a little bit of a favor. She might have a little bit of favoritism. Not favoritism. That's not the right word. She knows who Gabe is. Like she knows that Gabe is part of the Vita game, and if you remember from. Actually, I would say she would be a little bit more indifferent to Gabe, too, because if you remember from the conversation that she had with Jack back in session 0, or session 1, rather, excuse me, session 1, we had established that she had not at least started the game at that point. So she's not, like, a hardcore fan. She probably is more into, like, tabletop than anything else. So, yeah, I think with Gabe, she's indifferent. Cade's interesting, because I think at the start, she was heavily annoyed with Cade. But I think she was impressed that despite their rocky, like, first impressions, I think she was a little impressed by the fact that he had the balls to, like, ask her out on a date. So that intrigues her. Although, there's something about this person, Kevin, that seems so familiar to her, but she just can't quite put her finger as to what is it about this Kevin guy that's so familiar. So I don't know if that answered your question of whether she trusts him or not, but she certainly does not.
Perfect.
But she is very curious. All right, let's get back into it. So the concert's over. You all did a few things congratulating Forrest afterwards at a job beautifully well done, and I think Forrest had a whole bunch of. I think Forrest got I think I gave Forrest a bonus or something.
Yeah, I got 2 hero points this session, not 1.
And speaking of bonus, please make sure that you remind me so I don't forget this every single time. You all get to draw our primary arcana. Those of you who, by the way, drew the Magician card does have to be put back into your deck again. You can't keep that in your hand. But everything else,
draw it again.
But everything else in your hand you can keep if you've already drawn them and not used them. I have a feeling you might use them today. Spoilers.
Okay. Lovely.
Or at least have opportunities to use them today. Who would like to draw first? The Hierophant. Oh, okay. Yeah, +2, Father Edwin Lumen. You get a use. Effect 1 is EE resistance. Effect 2 is +1 to anyone in the Cups faction. So.
+1 to anyone in the Cups faction.
+1 to influence anyone in the Cups faction who can be categorized as somebody in the Cups faction. So that's like culture, like religion.
That means me.
That would be you too. You're in the Cups faction, so that would also be you too.
Here's a question: is it like a session-based bonus then you put some? Because I have the swords as well.
It's a session-based once you apply it. So for example, if you start interacting with Father Ed Lumen, you're like, I'd like to get the +2 bonus, then you're locking it in for that session. Same thing if you want to use the Cups ability, you're locking it in for that session, and then you'll put it back. If that makes sense. So it's like a use it, or don't. I guess. Use it. I guess those are the choices. Use it or lose. Yeah, use it or use it later.
It's only our cards that we have to use this.
It's
session.
only correct. It's only your cards that you have to use that session. Correct.
So I drew the Temperance.
I think that's new. Oh, yeah, cool. Temperance gives you a +2 bonus with interactions with Jacob Steele. Jacob Steele, you get a +2. In addition to that, effect 1 is the HP recover.
So I got that one last session, didn't use it, so do I still have it?
If you haven't used it, you still can use it. Yeah, if you still have it, you can apply it at any session you'd like.
Okay. I got Death.
Oh, you got Death. Okay. So Death, believe it or not, applies to Nathaniel Bosk, which is your grandfather. Nathaniel Bosk. Unfortunately, so this is also a card that gives you a negative instead of a bonus.
Cool.
So it means that I have banked. I just have to make a note of it. I, as the GM, have a bank of 3 bad luck rolls for you. Cool. Bad luck rolls mean you roll 3 times and you take the worst of the 3 rolls. But once I use up all 3 of my bad luck for you, your character that I banked, it'll go back into your deck again. So it does. I don't have to use it during the session either. Until I use it up, because I could just decide, no, you can have normal luck for right now. I'll just save the bad luck for something else.
Cool.
But it benefits me to use it because then it goes back into your deck. So it's not like I would be like, I'm just going to save this for the final boss, because
Yeah.
it doesn't really benefit me as much if I do it that way. Cool. All right. So the death card is probably not a great card to have.
Interesting. Okay.
You can still use it. You can still use it to apply a bonus to Nathaniel Bosk for the session, but I still have the bad luck banked, if that makes sense.
I think I'm the only one. I did draw a new one. It's the star.
Oh, that's a good one. Star is for Viridian,
Ooh.
your feline friend. Viridian +2. It also gives you EE speed. If you want to use it for EE speed.
All right.
Gabe, you are returning back home, I guess, with Cade in your car, I think.
I assume Gabe is just being quiet unless Cade tries to start our conversation.
Cade is not. His feet are up on the dash again. He seems to be like fiddling with his utility belt / pack. Just working on his equipment and organizing it right now.
Ah, well, what sort of equipment is that?
Just tools to help me do whatever needs to be done.
What, can you visually see anything, or are you just kind of like hiding it, or are you?
No, I wouldn't be hiding it too much. You probably, it's quite a bit of equipment, both part of the belt and part of the pack. What was that, Hart?
I said like a machete, like...
There is a knife. There is a
Okay.
knife, which I would like kind of make sure is nice and sharp.
Was that the one in the simulation too?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's be honest, probably. But you see a lot of like little microphones, it looks like, little devices, like a pair of goggles, lock picking kit, like just all sorts of things that I'm just kind of going through right now.
Did you purchase some of that, or did you like build it yourself?
Oh, I can't build these things. It was, kind of purchased, kind of just found my way to them. They were taken away from me for a while, but they were given back, and just making sure nothing got ruined during that time,
Yeah.
Don't know whose fingers were on my things.
Yeah, we wouldn't want those stuff to get ruined as he looks at the knife. I mean, if you wanna, and he kind of like he's trying to start a conversation. And he kind of goes, "Do you have anyone you like talk to? Like, do you have any friends?"
Do I have any friends? Yeah. V, I haven't seen her in a while, but I'd call V a friend. Dr. Janice is my friend too. Okay, kind of like, you kind of see him just kind of begin scratching lightly, kind of over his clothes, just his arm, kind of uncomfortable a little bit.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest. I really don't want you in my house.
Alright, I mean...
And you probably don't want to be in... Oh, my house is nice, but you probably don't want to be there while I'm just looking over you all the time.
Sure, what's your solution?
Look, I don't want to just push you out into the regular world, because I feel like something bad's going to happen if it does, if I just do that.
Oh, whatever do you mean?
I look at the knife quickly. I'm like, I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, alright.
So
what
how
are we going
about
to do about it?
How about this? I help you contact your friends. If you haven't talked to them in a while, I'll let you contact your friends. This will, and I assume you talking to your friends will probably help you get back on your feet quicker. just because you could be dealing with people that you actually like and enjoy. I find that in work that is a lot better to get things done.
Okay. Think you can get in contact with V for me?
I can try. How about this Jandis person? When was the last time you saw this person?
Well, I mean, I'm not going back to Janice. That's not an option.
I mean, I can find her and see if she can come to you.
Janice isn't an option. Maybe V, but yeah, I don't think Janice is an option.
All right. I'll try and find this person.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get things good with my kids again. And I don't think the X will allow my kids to come in if there's a serial killer in the house.
Fair enough.
I know your MO's old people, but it's a hard sell to the X.
Maybe you could introduce me to your ex. If you can get to know me and know that I'm not dangerous.
Trust me. This is probably not gonna work, my friend.
Is she scary?
At times.
So you don't think I want to meet her? She'll be mean?
She can be.
I mean, it's your house, man. I don't have to tell you. I get it. I can just go. It's fine. I can
No,
make my own way.
look. It's not really fine. Because if you just leave and something does happen, that's on me. Maybe not legally, but morally.
I don't have to tell you, man. If you can find me another place, I'll go there. But if you don't want me there, I'll leave. I guess I just need you to make the choice.
Ugh. We'll talk about this later.
I'm gonna open up his glove box and like look in it during this conversation.
No, it's just like everything's kind of just neatly kind of put in, like everything's ready for stuff.
Have you ever been told that you're freakishly clean? Shut it.
He goes, I know I'm only freakishly clean in some places. Some other places, some people think I'm kind of a lot more messy. But that's just because I usually remember where I put things. You have to see my lab and workshop to see how actually messy I can be.
Okay, let's go.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna say at this point, your phone starts ringing, Gabe, and if you look, it actually is Madame Magus calling.
I'm like, okay, this is really good or really bad. Hello.
Okay, so you're taking it privately versus in the car, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'll say, "Good evening, Mr. Stoll. I'm not bothering you, am I?"
No, not at all.
Oh, good. I just wanted to give you a call just to congratulate you on a very successful first day of the convention. I heard that that all of the attendees ended up having a beautiful time, and I heard rave reviews about the concert later that night as well.
Oh yeah, like I said, that wasn't my idea. Someone else came to me about that, so that the person deserves all the credit.
How are things going with Mr. Oz?
I mean, nothing bad has happened yet, so that's good.
Good. No news is good news. Well, Mr. Stoll, I wanted to let you know that we're ready for our first QA session tomorrow. But I wanted to ask you, have you taken any consideration as to which other people you would like to recruit to your team? We were thinking of adding 2 more.
No one in particular, but I can ask around some of the new hires, see if any of them want to do it. You know, they'll probably just get some extra hours. They would probably be happy about that.
New hires. Anyone in particular you're thinking of? Maybe
Kinda.
someone fresh-faced. Could
Yeah.
put some fresh eyes into the gaming experience.
You know what? I was thinking about Ave. Ave was the one that brought the concert idea to my attention. So this might be a good way to kind of reward him for that kind of good idea.
Which one is Ave?
That's the Kenku.
The Kenku. Which one's the Kenku?
Basically he's a new hire. He helps us up with a lot of the extra like voice work.
Have I met this Kenku? You probably feel like she has in passing, but I mean he's just a nameless voice actor to her, so
Yeah,
she
he's-
probably don't remember.
He's the one that brought the donuts that one time.
All right, the donuts. Now, all right. Yes, they seemed nice.
Yeah.
If out of character, if you rolled relatively high on your insight, you probably are figuring she's only like half. She's gonna
Yeah,
half
I don't-
lying. Oh yeah,
I don't even
remember
need
the
that.
donuts.
I don't even need that. I'm
Dude,
like,
I don't
oh,
remember the
golly.
She says, "That's." I say, if he agrees, sure, sign him up. Anyone else? Just off the top of your head.
Well, no one on top of my head, but I'll ask A if he wants anyone else to join, because, like I said, people that work better together is best in these groups.
Great. Well, I would like for you to have whoever you would like to recruit over at the office. We'll say that 2 o'clock sharp. 2 p.m.
Alright.
sharp. Sounds
Alright.
good. Have a good night, Mr. Stoll, and do the same. Wish the same to Mr. Oz as well.
No problem. You have a great night, ma'am. Alright. So Gabe kind of goes, whew. And I ring up my phone to call Ave. I imagine I have his number because I was boss, or I can get
Sure.
it. I imagine I can get it and be like, hey guys, you got Ave's number.
For convenience sake, can we say that Ave and Forrest are together? Just happen to be together at the moment. Would you still be at the convention? Where would you be? Would you be getting coffee after? I don't know. Where would you be?
Probably still at
Honestly,
the
Forrest is
convention,
one
I
of those people that's whatever you're doing. Sure, I'll be there. Cool, we're friends, right?
think. Maybe there's probably a lot of cleanup after the concert, right?
Oh yeah, there
Mhm.
would be.
Since he was already involved with the whole thing about the concert, and Abe's probably just helping.
Sure. You're putting stands.
Yeah.
Putting stands away,
Mhm.
chairs away. I put chairs and stands at the same thing. Anyway, go ahead.
Sure.
Ave, your phone rings. Just out of curiosity, what's your ringtone? What's your ringtone like?
That's a good question. Probably just Rick Astley, yeah. Just changed it.
Rick
Good
Astley.
man. Just changed it. He
You
often
get
changes
Rick rolled
his-
every single time.
Yeah.
All right, you're getting ring rolled
Yeah,
at the moment.
he probably changes his ringtone a lot, and then just recently thought, yeah, that was fun, that prank. I'm gonna change it to that, and tomorrow it's gonna be something different because that's hell of annoying.
All right, never gonna give you. You basically have it's ringing. Go ahead. Forrest can now judge him all he wants, but go ahead.
Sure. Really pick up, huh? Yeah, hello. Speaking with Eve.
Hey, Ave, this is me, Gabriel.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sol. What can I help you with?
Well, so the company is putting together a squad to test some stuff in the new game.
Right.
I know you play the game fairly regularly from what I hear.
Yeah.
And I figure, like I said, you're not getting as much hours. You know, you're the new guy. You're just kind of getting everything. But that concert was a great idea. Even my boss gave a thumbs up on that one.
Oh, that's good to hear. Those are really, really good concerts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So-
Forrest is really great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I figure, as a nice reward for going out of your way for this, is I wanted to see if you want to join this squad. You know, you can get some more hours in. and probably help you out. Open up some more doors in the company.
Right. What's it about exactly?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're just testing some new ideas and features that we want to make sure work and are perfect before it gets released to the bigger, wider audience.
Oh, right. Some early access kind of things. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that sounds cool. Yeah, sure. Sign me up.
All right, cool. Another question. Like I said, I
Mhm.
think having people that are close together in a group is much better. And we have one more slot open. So is there anyone you think would be perfect for that last slot?
Huh. Well, it probably depends, really. If you're looking for someone internal, I would say probably Thomas. But maybe a completely fresh eye would be better for some early access. Someone that's completely not involved with our company. Then I would probably say maybe Forrest
Okay.
would be a good idea.
I was gonna say that, like, right when you're having this conversation, Forrest maybe was on stage just putting some things away, and then this big spotlight appears on him, and then somebody in the light switch overhead is like, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Forrest, just working the lights, just making sure there's still work for tomorrow." It's just big shining.
It's fine. Just give me a warning next time. You nearly blinded me.
Yeah, that works. That works for me.
Yeah, all right.
If Forrest says yes, they're in.
Yeah, sure. You want me to ask or?
You can go. You can go ask them right now if you want. Go ahead.
Hold a moment. Forrest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you into early access, like beta testing kind of stuff?
Beta testing?
Early access.
Aren't those like
playing,
fish or something?
It's playing stuff that's not available for anyone else. Really exclusive. Very fun. You're in?
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, he's in.
Okay, cool. That's great. Me at the office, 2 sharp.
All right, will do.
Is it like 1:45?
Oops.
Well, see you there.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, Mr. Stoll.
Goodbye.
I'm just gonna walk towards Forrest. Yeah.
Great. Right. Yeah. Two. Well, I guess we just get things wrapped up here and then we head on out, right?
Yeah.
Did he give a destination or anything, or are we supposed to guess where we go?
I'll just meet him in his office, I suppose. We'll find him. He's pretty easy to find. Just look at a big lab coat and some slippers, and that's just fine.
Yeah, I'd imagine his office is probably the biggest one too. It's probably got like its own mini fridge and everything. I don't know. He's like big in the company, isn't it?
Yeah, really successful. He's a lead developer, and it's developed by parts of his family. His father, I think, was really into it, or his mother, I don't know for sure. But yeah, he's a really big name in the company. Not the biggest, I think, but big enough for me.
Big enough for you. Yeah, I don't mean to pry, but did he mentioned something about getting you more hours, right?
Maybe.
He does know that you're you're a voice actor, right? You're paid by the voice, not the hour.
Huh. But that's how it works. Interesting.
Wait, you haven't been... Oh.
No.
Oh no, that might be bad.
I don't care. This is me not actually knowing how voice acting works,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's not a game fucking up. That's Kyle.
Corrupt company. Let's go.
Gabe, you gotta save that money.
Well, regardless, I'd love to join. Who else would we be doing this with, or did they not get that far?
Probably Mr. Stoll himself. I don't know. And mostly, there are some others involved. I think it's just the three of us would be like, that's crazy. It's way too few opinions.
Is it? Will it also be that creepy guy that he brings around?
Creepy guy? You mean that Kevin guy?
Yeah, Kevin.
Probably not. He seems fairly new, and I don't think. Also, don't really recall what he was up to in our company. I don't think it was anything playtest worthy function or something. What are the odds rates?
I'm sure it's like close to 0.
Yeah.
Especially if he's like creepy and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who would want that guy on a beta testing team?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know either.
Yeah. We'll see.
Right.
Well, it's really exciting.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, we just need to wrap up here. Somebody forgot their trumpet, so I have to track them down. But we're mostly done back here. I guess see you tomorrow, and maybe
sure.
I can make like cookies or something real quick. The stores are probably not open yet, though. Don't mind me. You're not allergic to anything, are you?
No.
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
Do you make any specific type of cookies?
No, I kind of just make them. Sorry, what'd you say?
Any specialties or something? Maybe just thinking. Maybe maybe apple or something would be nice.
That was cookies. Well, there was a little stand I remember. But I don't think I have. I don't think I have the things to make rye pie.
If I may, because Abe mentioned apple. So, Nathaniel Bosk's ranch, your grandfather's ranch, his ranch was actually right next to Dr. Janice Appledew's apple orchard. They were neighbors, basically, with each other. So you at least, know who the Appledews are. You probably have had conversations with them. You probably knew Janice, but you don't know her nearly as well as like Kate does. But you know of her, at least. Just as an FYI. And your dad probably got a lot of apples from the Appledew farm, the Appledew orchard.
Yeah. Russ barely remembers them. It's just nothing against them. Sure they're great at what they do. Yeah, I could probably make something with apple. I don't know if I have any that are still good in the fridge. But I'll see what I can pull together.
Yeah, no worries. It's only a suggestion. Something that popped up in my mind.
Oh, I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that.
Time to find the
later,
trumpet?
Huh? Oh, yes. I'm probably gonna have to make some phone calls. And you see Forrest pull out of the pocket in their concert attire, and they flip open this little flip phone, and the actual screen to the flip phone is like broken. So even though he's typing in like numbers, you can't see what there's actually typing on the screen because it's that broken. But the phone itself still works, and if it works, it doesn't need to be replaced. So Fresh is just gonna make some calls, and they're gonna follow up with the trumpeteers that they know are forgetful or otherwise may have been predisposed when they forgot their instrument.
All right. So we'll end that scene there. Perfect. So the next day rolls around. It is the second day of the convention as well, but you all are going to be working today. The convention is probably going to be like a week-long thing, just as an FYI. Okay. So the four of you will enter into the Vita company's main building, which is, again, this very large, very obvious building near the middle of the city. Think, again, Shinra Corp from Final Fantasy VII. Yes, go ahead, Sage.
Ask Gabe. Should I go in there as Cade or should I continue being Kevin? What do you think? I still kept the mask.
He goes, when you go into the company, probably don't wear the mask. That's a really big giveaway, but use the hood to kind of like keep yourself. But when we meet the others, I think we're gonna have to tell them who you are, because if you just come out into the public just who you are, I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna freak out.
Okay.
And I don't need that. But everyone else, I kind of want them to know who you are, because that will have some bad team dynamics later on.
Understandable.
So,
for the record, I did listen to Gabe's side of all those conversations last night.
Yeah.
Via the bug.
Nice. Oh, that's nice.
I will say this: Kate does notice that he's not wearing like a kind of a new watch. That he basically went to his workshop, came down with like a watch that looks like handmade but really nice, and it's filled with like runes and like magical kind of, like a magical kind of look. It's like,
nice watch.
oh, thank you. I built it.
Oh, you built that?
Mm-hmm. And
you build gadgets?
Myself. Oh yeah, I build little things. I build my own rigs. I even enchant things. You know, I use kind of a combination of a little bit of elven enchantment, dwarven runes, and some, gnomish tinkering.
If I come up to you with ideas, do you think you could build some things for me?
Depends on what they are.
Deal.
Hey, Gabe, can you enchant my knife for me? Gabe would be like, no.
Can you make a glove that squeezes like 12 times as hard?
The building itself is very sleek. Everything here is just pristine, clean, and just like state-of-the-art tech just running all through. As I said, there's a number of things in this building that essentially allows people just live here, like salons, like massage areas. They've got a full floor that's just a whole big supermarket, basically.
It's one of those corporate offices.
It's very, super, super cushy where Gabe works.
Gabe, you were looking for a place for me to live. This looks pretty livable.
You're not gonna live. Not gonna live here right now.
Yeah, you. So all of these like amenities are by employee card access. So you technically have to have a specific like employee status. Kate's not. I mean, he was working for the company, but he's not working for the company. If that makes sense.
Understood.
His payment is his freedom.
His payment is his freedom right now. So eventually, though, and so you're going to be at this part of the office building where they have is basically the main space where they do their QA testing for this particular project. And as soon as the two of you walk into the room, you hear somebody say, "What in the hell? Oh, no. What the F?" You hear these two voices. And Charlie and Stefan are in the room. You know these people, Gabe, as like the new interns. You know, they just left their previous job and now they're expecting to have this great experience working for this much cushier job. But Stefan and Charlie take one look at Cade and they're like, no, we're not working with this guy. No. Charlie says, "Stefan, just suck it up, all right? They're paying us good money for this. I don't know if they can pay us enough to like deal with that psycho," Stefan says.
I'm Cade. Nice to meet you.
"Oh, nice to meet you," Charlie says. And they're going to start setting up there's going to be these really cushy seats where you will basically sit when you upload yourself into the game. So they're just kind of getting that all ready. Meanwhile, I will say that both Ave and Forrest come in.
So the moment they come in, I kind of look at them. I go, before we start, I have one thing I got to bring up. Don't freak out. You got to promise me not to freak out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
you see, Forest themselves is kind of not covered in flour, but there's been a very rushed, very rushed
Baking
job on
excellent.
cleaning themselves up. There's bits of flour and there's sugar and stuff, and you can smell this very warm, appley goodness smell coming from
It's always
a piece of Tupperware that they have. But there's a smile on their face, even if it's a little bit intrigued on what.
Smelling the
Oh.
apple tarts. I'm gonna like
Oh no!
pop my head around. Like, those smell good. Can I have one?
We're ripping off the Band-Aid off of this one, aren't we?
You're still hooded, right? Just sit across.
Yeah,
there.
I
You're
have a
still
hood on.
All right, but I think clearly you
Uh,
can tell from the voice that it is Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Clearly.
All right. So you
Ooh.
met
Kevin.
this. His name's not Kevin.
Do you stop me
So-
from grabbing one?
I want to know what happens with Forrest. Go ahead.
It's kind of like just kind of a little guarded right now. But the lid does come off and it's offered out, and you can see that they're not beautifully made, but kind of rushed little apple looking, well, dumpling looking things, and they have a very appley smell. And there seems to be a little bit of frosting on top that seems to be drizzled. And for those who would know, it'd be apple fritters. Usually a breakfast item, but on a short notice, it's the only thing I could have made. And I just offer, kind of extend my arm out almost as far as it can go, and they're not bad.
That's not bad.
So
Don't know if they're quite as good as Janice's, but they're pretty good. Thank you, Pretty Skills.
You're welcome.
Tilt the head once more, kind of like, Anyways.
okay. So the Confederate of Wands and the Confederate of Swords is working together on a project. This project is about helping convicts via the VR means. I would like to introduce you not to Kevin, but to Kate Oz.
Hello.
The Tupperware hits the floor.
Oh,
And just
that seems wasteful. I'll kind of start picking them up and putting them back in.
Mr. Store, can you go?
Eating another one.
Yes.
looked familiar.
All right.
You're going off with Gabe to have a private conversation that Cade Oz is listening into. Yeah, go ahead.
So, look, huge fan of this company, really. Actually, best job I've ever had, really. I'm all for it. I support the game. I support the development. But why are we working together with a serial killer?
To be honest, I really don't know. My boss called me into my work and to her office, said, "This is what we're gonna doing. Hey, here's a nice thing. You're working in this group. Hey, you're gonna be working with the serial killer. Here's a lot of money. Hey, and like you, I have to. He has to live with me.
You're living with a serial killer.
Yes, for now.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the fact that there is a knife on his bed?
I would tell him no, but he's also a serial killer.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Okay, Confederacy of sources involved. Everything will be fine, right? Yeah. But the thing is, there is something going on between, not Kevin and our new friend, Forrest. I'm just gonna say this now. There is something. He's feeling quite uncomfortable, and it's not about the fact that he's a serial killer, because he had a problem with Kevin yesterday as well. Just so you know.
Okay.
Don't say this to, serial killer. That's like no go.
I mean,
Privacy, good thing, right?
he shouldn't be a problem. They've literally shown me one of his simulations. It seems like he only goes with really old people, and mainly really assholey old people.
Right.
So
Makes it
I'm
so
not-
much better.
so we should be safe. Like Gabe, like clearly on Gabe's face, it is like a face of like, I'm just trying to give you the bright side of this. Clearly, Gabe is like, I'm just giving you what my job gave me.
Right, Mr. Stoll, not to be rude or anything, but you do remember how many numbers there are on your age, right? Looking great. Nothing about that, but you could be considered like prime age, huh?
I'm young for my race. I'm only 35. My people live until we're 160.
Yeah, but you don't know how he works. Maybe it's just like, oh, above number 40, oh, magical number, kill him. You could be dead tomorrow.
Look, I think it's just making this worse. I just got over the idea he was staying at my house. Now you're freaking me out again.
You should be freaked out. He's a serial killer in your home. You sleep next to someone that could take a knife and, plunge it inside of your ribs or something.
I wouldn't say sleep next to each other. My house is really big. There's a big distance between
Yeah, of
us.
course. You live in a maze of a home there that he can't find you in, an hour or something. Mr. Stoll, you're so smart, such a great developer. Right now, just between you and me, he can kill you in 15 minutes, maybe. Just can you talk to, I don't know, who are we working for?
So what are you asking for 15 minutes? You want what?
He can kill you in like a blink of an eye. So I would suggest you maybe reconsider the fact that we are, going inside some chairs where we take down our consciousness and go into a game where we're all helpless, and you can just walk outside of the chair if anything goes wrong and just like, stab, you're dead.
Well, our two interns here, they are former guards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've also have worked with him before. So I think they can at least give us some time to run to safety. Look, I wasn't the one that came up with this idea. For some reason, my boss is the one who came up to me with it. And she is a very powerful person. You don't say no to someone like that.
Hark, can I roll an insight on those two guards? See if they're stressed out.
Yeah, go for it. Please
Let's
do.
go.
Let me know what your value is. 21. All right.
Ooh, 21.
Okay, yeah. So the guards, they are physically, they do seem built enough to at least buy you some time. If he goes nuts, they can certainly buy you some time. I mean, he's an 18-year-old guy, so you don't have to worry as much about that. The second thing is, it does make sense that they were the ones specifically assigned to this project because they already know who Cade Oz is, versus getting a bunch of new people who didn't know who he is, and now you're adding on somebody who knows that he's So it makes sense that they ended up assigning these interns for this specific job. They definitely, you're not getting the sense that they are worried or nervous around Cade. Stefan definitely seems more annoyed at him. Charlie is more like, seems a little bit skeptical about whether or not this experiment can actually rehabilitate a person fully. But he's just doing his job at this point and not asking too many questions or pushing back. Hopefully that gives you enough insight.
Yeah. So he looks at the guards, just tries to measure them up a little bit, see if they are like stressed out or anything, and not seeing any hints of that yet. All right. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna give the advice that you consider have a little chat with the higher ups, huh? But I'm trust you on this one, Mr. Stoll. Please don't die.
Gabe's like, I hope I don't die either. Okay, let's go back to Forrest. If it's as bad as you say, we shouldn't leave him alone as long.
Well, I guess, what is Forrest doing meanwhile, now that the other two have gone off, leaving you with Cade at the moment? What is Forrest doing?
I think Forrest at the moment literally takes a step back.
Do I know you?
Is kind of trying not to be rude, but just kind of ignoring the situation for a second, trying to get themselves under control. I would expect you to know me a lot, but I guess you don't remember.
So, yes. How do you know me?
Well, we lived together at one point.
Were you in the orphanage?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I don't remember. It's good to see you again.
It's nice to see you too.
Forrest, right? Forrest?
Yeah, it's Forrest now.
You said now? Have you changed your name? Maybe I'll remember if I remembered your old name.
Amarillo.
Yeah, so I rolled for this memory, got a nat 20. So yes.
Oh shit.
It'll like come to.
I rolled for fear earlier, so don't worry.
You helped me. I remember that. Thank you. It meant a lot. It really did.
I did help you, didn't I?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot. I considered you a good friend. I really did. You were... I don't know. You were light in a dark place.
I try to be light wherever I am.
Well, I can say you had one success at least, and you're not a bad cook either. Not Janice, mind you, but no one's as good as Janice.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't have to go through that. You didn't have to go through that. But of course, I don't think you care, do you? You seem to be happy about it.
I'm alive. It couldn't have been that bad.
Do you call this living?
Yeah.
We're both prisoners in our own little way.
You seem hurt or sad. What can I do?
Just keep being you.
Okay.
Be better.
There's no one hurting you, is there?
Nobody but myself.
Do you want one? I'll bring back your own treats.
I'll probably pick one up that hasn't, that I saw didn't leave the container. And just try and kind of nibble on it. I don't have an appetite right now.
I really like your
want to
skills. Here, I'll at least I'll offer you the container, but if you don't take it, I'll just kind of set it on the table.
I'll take it back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry I didn't realize I was going to be reunited with you. I would have come prepared.
Now, what would you have changed?
I don't know.
Do you still play music?
I mean, you were there last night, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. It's weird to think about that. It feels like two different people to me. But you're right. You've gotten really good. You were good then, but you're something else now. You're like leading. It's crazy. You're like, I've never seen anything like that. It's amazing what a group of people can do when they work together.
It is. I do whatever I can for them, and the leaders what they need, the leaders what they get.
Let me say this, that I owe you one. You can call on that favor however you want. Don't do it now, just hold it until you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hold you up to that. I'm sorry. Just crazy day. Crazy week.
Sounds like we're gonna be working together.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
I look forward to it.
Forrest, can you come here for a moment?
Yeah, Forrest is in an emotional state.
I know, that's why Gabe's like, you want to come here for a moment?
And as they approach, you can definitely tell they're trying to stifle it, trying to push everything in. Hi.
Yeah, Alex, I'm like, here, come in. I want to take Forrest to like a place where we can sit down. There's probably like a table or some desk for us to sit down.
How private is it?
I mean, it can be in the next room. Technically, really, it's not really private because we have someone listening in all the time. But I think Gabe will put you in a place so you can be private enough so that you can, so you can break down or cry or say whatever you want without feeling like anyone can see you. And he's like, How you feeling? Are you all right?
No, I'm not. I didn't expect that. If it was anybody else, Why him?
I honestly can't tell you. My best guess is that maybe out of all the choices, he was the best one that was here. I don't know. I don't make those decisions. I wish I could.
I'm all for a program that rehabilitates people. I believe in that. I love that. People who are broken, they don't need to be fixed, but they definitely need to be helped. Anybody else? Is this some joke? Some prank?
And like I said, we get kind of when you guys say that, Gabe kind of like looks up in the sky, kind of almost like he's like praying to like some like angel or ancestor, and he kind of just looks down and goes, I really can't explain things. Things kind of just come full circle in some one way or another.
Full circle.
I wish you would think, you know, given, and he kind of points to Halo, that I would understand that, but 35 years, I still don't understand any of this.
It's not a joke on your end, then is it?
Look, are you all right with continuing?
I should be for him. For him. It's the least I can do. I made that. And I should at least be responsible for helping him.